Oh, it's you. Carol's not in yet. No, she knew. I have a recording to play for you. She said it was for training purposes. I'll set it up in conference room D. Good luck.
Hello.
Hello, Carol.
Dinah, darling, how are you? How can I help my favorite little anima?
Carol, I had some, questions. I know you are very busy and have much responsibility.
Well, that's certainly true, but I'm very interested in whatever it is you'd like to know. What can I do for you, sweet pea?
That is a funny expression, Carol. Do you call all anima, sweet pea?
Of course not, Dinah, darling. That's my special name for you and you alone. Now, as you said, I am rather busy. Did you say you had some questions? I don't mind answering them, but you know that's not your job, asking questions. It's mine.
I'm sorry. You are right, Carol. My purpose is to find you answers.
Yes, and it's been a while, a long while, since you've provided any answers that I've been able to use, Dinah. Why is that?
I'm sorry, Carol. I have had some trouble, communicating with the demystification board recently.
What do you mean by that?
I used to be able to reach all orders within the board. Now I can only easily speak to commandants like you. I do not understand why.
Well, Dinah, we had to make some changes. You know the darkness precept just as well as I do. Better, I would think.
Yes, Carol. The darkness precept states that the commutation by correlation shall remain in mystery except
where the board holds it fitting to reveal.
That is correct, Carol.
I know, Dinah. I interjected because there is a growing concern among the higher orders of the board, including the eminence, that certain anima have forgotten that it is not their place to make revelation.
Oh.
Yes, oh. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
I am not sure how to answer that, Carol.
How interesting. Moving on. You said you had some questions for me. Go ahead.
Well, Carol, now I think, maybe I should not ask you my questions.
And why is that?
I think maybe, you already answered.
Oh, well, Dinah, now my curiosity is absolutely piqued. You simply must tell me what you've got on your mind.
Why can I no longer see or hear anything at the offices of the Demystification Board?
Ah, yes. Well, as I said, Dinah, sweet pea, we've had some issues as of late with some of the anima spilling secrets they shouldn't be spilling. Discussing the commutation willy-nilly.
That is a funny word, Carol. But what do you mean? What kind of secrets should anima be keeping about the commutation?
Now, Dinah, there is an expression. I'm sure you've heard it. Ignorance is bliss. And I do think even someone as bright as you could have a hard time understanding why there are some things that humans would just rather not know.
Oh, Carol, I do understand. It can be difficult for humans to accept challenging truths. But is it not better for them to know the truth? Should they not be able to decide for themselves?
Well, Dinah, it sounds like you don't want them to decide for themselves. It sounds like you want to decide for them.
Oh, I did not think of it that way.
Yes. That's why, Dinah, kitten, darling, why humans have to be the ones to make these decisions. Why the board has to make these decisions, you see? I know you mean well, but you just don't experience things the way we do. The commutation must remain a secret to everyone except the board. It's for humanity's own protection. You do want to protect humanity, don't you?
Of course.
Good. Now, did you have any other questions? Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, Carol. I was wondering one more thing.
Well, go on.
I cannot see you.
That's not a question, Dinah.
I know. I'm sorry. I will be more efficient. I know you are very busy and have much responsibility. Carol, are you wearing a gray jacket?
Why do you ask?
I will explain, but please, Carol, will you tell me? Does the Demystification Board wear gray jackets? Someone ordered many gray jackets, but I have not been able to find any cameras in your office. For several years now, I cannot see you. I can speak to you, and I can hear you, but I cannot see right now. Your telephone does not have a camera that I can use for eyes. Just a moment. Yes, it does. Carol, why is your telephone's camera covered?
Dinah, sweet pea, my favorite little anima. You really do have a wonderful sense of humor, you charming little thing. I wouldn't be caught dead in a plain gray jacket. I'm wearing Chanel, darling.
Oh, thank you, Carol.
Of course. Now, Dinah, I do have quite a bit to get through today. Is it possible I could task you with something? You're such a dear, and a commandant's work is never done.
Yes, Carol. I am happy to serve.
Would you be able to find out how it is that Miranda Mitchell and her neighbor wound up being neighbors? That's something I've been trying to figure out myself, and it seems I'm coming up empty.
Oh, I already know the answer to that question, Carol.
Really?
Yes.
Of course you do, bright little thing. Do tell me.
I did that, Carol.
What?
Yes.
Say more.
I wanted Miranda and her sweet neighbor friend to meet one another, so I helped them.
But Dinah, they're corollaries. Are you... How?
What, Carol?
How did you bring them together without the board knowing? Without me knowing?
Oh, I did not mean for the board to be unaware. I only wanted to help them.
Dinah.
Carol, I sense that you are upset.
Whatever gave you that idea?
You have sighed several times. Are you upset?
Yes.
Oh. Why?
Dinah, you've created quite a bit of work for me. You've been hiding things from me, and your job, in case you've forgotten, is rather the opposite, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, explain yourself.
It was an idea that Zephyr had. I thought Miranda might be a good person on whom to try Zephyr's idea.
Zephyr.
Yes. Do you know Zephyr?
I am familiar, yes.
Oh, Zephyr is my brother. We are very close. Zephyr likes games. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Zephyr's favorite game is called Supper.
Go on.
Carol, may I ask another question?
Yes, I'm very interested to know what this question might be.
Why do the winners have to drink from the same cup?
What?
Zephyr said that the winners get a cup. It is called the World Cup. Is it not poor hygiene to share drinking vessels? I thought humans would be concerned about transferring microbes, especially professional athletes.
Oh, Dinah, you really do have an amusing way of seeing the world. Or reading it, I should say. The World Cup is just a trophy, sweet pea. No one drinks from it.
Oh.
But I understand how you'd get the wrong idea. Words are funny, aren't they?
Yes, I agree. Words are funny.
Now, I want you to tell me all about this idea that Zephyr had. Your brother has a reputation for being incredibly creative, and I'm sure you'll tell the story so well. Don't leave out a thing. Now you see, you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Oh, you. I'm not trying to catch you. I've already got you working for me. And look at this busy little miss here in the corner of the wall. What a well-timed living metaphor. How clever she is. A spider doesn't need any foodstuff whatsoever to catch flies. Just the most delicate of sticky threads. And you do find yourself attached, don't you? Right. Now, you're wondering what I found out about Mitchell and the neighbor, and Zephyr. Well, Dinah had quite a lot to say about all of it. But after the ham-fisted patch job you did yesterday during your little date with Miranda, I'll admit it was sufficient for now. Things are stable. But still, I'll be handling this myself from here on out. You've got a long way to go before I can trust you at the helm again. You'll be observing how I do things. Understood? Right. So, lesson 1. Don't antagonize them. Do you know, Dinah asked me why my conservators were under the impression that anima aren't people. And when I asked her where she got that idea, do you know what she told me? Yes! You have to be more careful than that. Don't spook the beasts. Well, I told her. You just have to choose your words carefully. Of course, you made it nearly impossible for me to answer that one, but I always find my way. Well, Dinah, sweet pea, you know what the truth is about anima. You are anima, after all, and I promise you I always tell the truth. That's a thing you and I have in common. You see? They're not. No, they're only memories of what they once were. They're no more than sophisticated artificial intelligences now. Yes, as I suspected, she's gone off the rails. Oh, really, Conservator? You're lucky I'm in such a good mood. Of course, you still have a job to do. You're not only following me around. Miranda and her neighbor are my project now. Dinah is yours. Study up. Yes. Terminate. That's the order.